So you may have seen talks around SBET. This is Sharplink Gaming. This is a company that has just announced they are acquiring hundreds of millions of dollars in Ethereum. They are building up an absolutely massive Ethereum treasury. And where have we seen this done before? MicroStrategy. So they are becoming the Ethereum version of MicroStrategy. Obviously, if you live under a rock and you don't know, MicroStrategy is Michael Saylor's company, the biggest proponent of Bitcoin. And you can see what happened to the stock when he started mass accumulating Bitcoin. So we have now seen the MicroStrategy moment in Ethereum with Sharplink Gaming. This is SBET. And as you can see, their stock went from just a couple dollars and shot all the way up to $80. That is literally a 40x. This absolutely surged and went absolutely crazy. So what does this mean for crypto? Well, Ethereum is definitely on the move. As you can see, 2.6. We are heading to that 3K range very soon, I believe. I entered into an ETH long. You can see I'm already $500 up. And I'll ride this to all-time highs and print a load of money. And ultimately, that's what it means. We are going to get very rich. I believe this is going to kick off the long-awaited ETH season that we've finally been waiting for. And other companies are following suit. You can see these are 5 public traded companies that are also building up a strategic ETH reserve. You can see SBET leading the way with $425 million worth of ETH being purchased. Bit Digital, 27,000 ETH. BTCS, 12,000 ETH. And these other 2 companies here slightly smaller. So we have finally had the MicroStrategy moment for Ethereum. This is absolutely huge. Just look at what the stock did. Look at how the market reacted to this. It went from $2 up to $80. And this is a stock. A stock is moving like a meme coin, printing a 40x. Absolutely insane stuff. So how do we capitalize on this? Actually, let me just speak on this a little bit further because this is crazy. The co-founder of Ethereum has acknowledged this and he is already talking about SBET and reacting to it. And there has already been an SBET on ETH. And he's even replied to that saying strategic bet on ETH, playing on the word SBET. So he's acknowledged this and he's very vocal about it. And yeah, I just want to get into this because this is crazy news. So this was the announcement. We are proud to announce that with closing of 425 million private placement led by Consensus, Sharplink will become the largest public traded company to hold ETH. Sharplink shares our vision of Ethereum as a new kind of economic infrastructure and will use proceeds to adopt ETH as their primary treasury reserve asset. Insane, incredibly bullish stuff. But to go even further, the company plans to actually buy $1 billion worth of ETH for its treasury reserve. $1 billion worth of ETH. This is the MicroStrategy moment as we see Saylor buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. For MicroStrategy, SBET are now going to buy $1 billion worth and they will keep on accumulating. And not only are they going to be purchasing all of this Ethereum, they are going to be using Lido and other staking protocols to earn more money to buy more ETH. So this is crazy. We are seeing the ETH flywheel start to take place and build momentum from these companies. The co-founder retweeting it as well. So he's very bullish on this, of course. Why would you not be? And Sharplink Gaming have already recognized the crypto that has been built based off their company. So this is very bullish stuff. And I want to get into 2 ways that we can play this. So of course, we can be long ETH, right? We should all be long ETH. I know after the massive downtrend and the poorest sentiment that we've ever had, this is the time to be long ETH. So that's number 1. Actually, that wasn't even number 1. I just threw that in there. But there is an SBET token. Now, of course, what I'm going to talk about next, this is very high risk. Of course, always do your own research and understand that we are playing in meme coins here, which is the highest risk in crypto besides leverage trading. So understand that. And this is just me talking basically. So Sharplink Gaming, this is not affiliated by Sharplink, but you can see they recognized it and did like the post. But yeah, we've seen this before with like strategic Bitcoin reserve, SBR, I think. So when we heard about the strategic Bitcoin reserve, let's see if this was the right token. Probably wasn't. Oh no, it was, maybe. So when Trump announced a strategic Bitcoin reserve, we can see this one shot all the way up to 30 million. I'm pretty sure there was a different token though. SB. Maybe this one. There would have been a few. Yeah, this was the one. So you can see when Trump announced the strategic Bitcoin reserve, this token went all the way up to $88 million. It hit an $88 million market cap. And there's been other tokens in a similar niche. MicroStrategy. Maybe this one. Yeah, again, MicroStrategy. MSTR 2100, right? This was after the SPX 6900 took off. Somebody made a MicroStrategy 2100, 21 million Bitcoin. So look, it launched and ran all the way up to $70 million market cap. Now, this SBET is the exact same thing as this pretty much. It's just Sharplink Gaming, representing almost the meme of the stock going from $2 up to $80. So this could potentially be a play. You can see that it's done very well since launch because obviously this is massive news. This is a massive deal that we're seeing right now. This is the MicroStrategy moment for Ethereum. And that's what Ethereum has needed. Ethereum has really needed something like this. But an even more risky play, if we want it, which might turn out to be not as risky, but Ethereum treasury strategy. Full disclosure, there has been other tokens in the past that have been something like this. They've tried to make something like this because there's been talks of things happening like this, Ethereum treasury and shit, when Trump was saying he's going to add Ethereum to the sheet and all of this stuff. Has any of that happened yet? We don't really know. Probably not. There's been no announcements. But now it has with SBET. Now that is real. They literally have announced that they're buying 420 million or have bought $420 million worth of ETH and are planning to buy 1 billion. So we've now had that moment and it is real. Ethereum treasury strategy. That is what's going on with this company and others are going to follow suit. So this one sitting at 600k market cap. This is insanely risky and this, can easily die off today or tomorrow. It's like a beta play to Sharplink Gaming. But this is a more generalized version because if we see more companies come out and add Ethereum to their balance sheet, implement the Ethereum treasury strategy, then this token could do very well. Again, it's kind of like a SPX type play. But why this one is quite interesting is because if we take a look at the pinned tweets, so the term ETS is getting talked about quite a lot. You can see again the Ethereum co-founder liking this tweet about ETS. And you can see for context, so yeah, SBR hit 90 mil, GME all-time high 170 mil. So this is like the GME moment kind of thing. So yeah, as more public traded companies come out and say they're adding Ethereum to their treasury, Ethereum treasury strategy, the more times that term is used, the more popular this ticker is going to be. So that's the play on this one, kind of like a beta to SBET, but this could also do equally as well. Those are the two ways that we can play this. Obviously, the safest way would be to long ETH. You should all be long ETH. But yeah, I thought I'd just mention these two. They're on a bit of a dip right now. Could be a decent spot to get in. Might dip slightly more, but ultimately, one of these should do pretty well, in my opinion, based off this. So yeah, if you like this video, like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more crypto content like this. Oh damn, just as I stopped recording, I've just seen this. Over 270,000 ETH accumulated in a single week. Abraxas Capital, almost $1 billion. They've been accumulating all of these different LSTs, which are Ethereum liquid staking. This has been an upcoming narrative for quite some time with things like Eigen layer. So it really seems like ETH is hotting up right now.